Steffen Sontheimer is playing a ladder challenge starting with 50 bucks all the way up to $1,000. Every time he doubles up, he has to move up in stakes.
Here we go. All right, pocket threes against the 3.5x. Yeah, I will definitely try to play bigger pots than I should. So a little higher frequency when it comes to 3-bets, maybe peeling some 4-bets that are rather close. Yeah, something like that. Increasing variance helps me here instead of just like dripping down a little on like all those hands I lose. This is a very, very loose defend here against 2.5x, but on NL50, we just count a little on some post-flop edge and can make some marginal calls. Plus CV in the end. Here, I think small bet is kind of standard, but I like the big one more, just like counting some weakness into that check back, not expecting people to check back aces, kings, queens too often. Jack 10 offsuit, very close, but I'll add those here. Folds, totally fine. It's a low frequency open raise. Just trying to get into the mix a little more here. Pocket nines against the 3-bet. Just double checking the blinds. I'm not too, actually I'm used to the NL50 from playing some NL500. So actually that gives me a feeling when I see sizings that helps. So this is a mix here, which means I'm increasing variance, trying to just calling a little more than I should. And on the right side, I went for the C-bet. It's not the perfect board. The 4 of clubs, I'm blocking 10-4 of spades, which is good. I can fold out some 8x. I can fold out some floats. Betting is fine. And yeah, with spades, I think betting is fine. Checking back is also fine. And here on that board, we start stabbing small. A big size is not a mistake. Villain definitely has a, like, this is pretty much attacking ace king, right? Because villain has like ace jacks and ace queens that I could target with a bigger size as well. And the jack 10 with a spade assist just to give up here for me. Yeah, not trying to move him off that. And yeah, the flush card obviously on the turn, not great. His donk does not really make sense. So I just take that as a check. And against a check, I would bet again mainly. I don't want to allow him to draw to like hearts too cheaply. Actually, I somehow read weakness into that. And this is the perfect thing because now we had something that had nut equity in a way. So we have hopefully river at the nuts in a spot where he might think we never have a set. So a donk jam would be fancy now. Ooh, I like the tank. I like the tank. Something might be coming here. King 10 offsuit, I call 3-way with a small donk. Okay. 6-3 of hearts. So I mean, obviously jamming, just taking some time because it's a tough spot. Thinking about which bluffs I could have. It's really, really, really tough. But yeah. Let's see. Maybe we find a call. Oh, pocket queens. That's a little unfortunate. So the donk meant something that he hit that set of queens, which was like, right? That's what I meant with like, it's representing some kind of weakness because he obviously liked to see a queen, but there was a flush card and a 1-card straight coming. It was really, really weird. Okay, so they're just losing the first stack on the left. It allows me to rebuy on the right. I still have 42 bucks, so queen offsuit. Queen 8 is a stretch. I mean, queen 9 is an open raise. Queen 8 is like, I could go for it. But this here, ace queen, a little shallower against this small 3-bet. I don't want a 4-bet bluff on those stakes against a big blind 3-bet, but I'm happy to call and see a flop. Now this is a good flop, not a perfect flop, just because, well, if he goes all the way, I'm probably not having him beat. And the half pot sizing, yeah, scares me off a little already, but I won't be folding for like 70 bigs with our goal of, yeah, making something happening. I don't know this guy. Sweden. All right, Sweden makes it a way easier call down. But if we really think about a big blind 3-betting range that is very, very value heavy in spots like that, yeah, then ace queen is a catcher on the river. Now, obviously this is great. So if I bet like about $4 now, yeah, I think I want to go small. I just thought about whether I want to use some bigger stabs to attack like medium pockets right away. Now this is just against his garbage to then have like an almost pot bet left for stacks on the river. 8-9 off, close, but I'm going to defend here. Not liking this board, and here against a open limb from under the gun. Just getting the free play. I definitely have more 3x, so yeah, he checked back and we are trying to go a little wild here. He can have like a random ace 5 or whatever, and I don't believe in my 4. Everything got there, and yeah, so I'm just like doing this sometimes. So let's try to be a little splashy here. I just imagine how often we have a 3 there getting the free play. We have a gut shot on the turn, so it's not a random choice I made there. Actually, blocking the 4 is not the worst thing on the river. He might have ace 4, and just because he rivered something, this might be a call in his eyes then. And yeah, so just blocking that is a little helper as well. Pocket queens, definitely happy to get it in here. Not great if he jams, but we're trying to double up. So definitely call 4-bet, definitely call off. Best case would be he calls, because then jacks and 10s are a high frequency in his range, and this is what we want to play against. But 3x, actually king 10 off is really close already against the 3x. So here it's a mix between check raise and call against a small c-bet. I'm going for the check raise this time because I want to be a little on the splashy side. And the ace is just a very bad card. So I think we have a rather mandatory check. Maybe we can have a block bet as well, but I prefer to have that block bet on the river against weaker 10x and against this big sizing small on the flop, snap call. Actually, I think I'm going to call one. And this is now the thing that we might have flush draws. We have the 10 of clubs. So actually I think about check jamming here. I might have any 10x of clubs and play that way. I'm checking range on the river. This now scares me off because it's just a freaking induced bet. No one is betting thinly for value here, but we are splashy. I don't think that this is a good move ever, but I'm still going for it. And if I get the proof here and he just calls me off with some induce or even the nut flush, this like I'm actually expecting quite some random flushes. And yeah, I need like a hell lot of fold equity, risking 43 to win those 24. I don't like bluffing that spot at all, but it's like this induced thin value, never calling because they induced. I had the plan actually before seeing the sizing. I would have loved to check jam against the 2/3 pot way more, because then there's just like not that train of thought that I induced him and so on. I'm not a big fan of small sizes into uncapped ranges when you're in position, and usually it's just never a bluff. That's the first thing, and then people just call all the time. So just like going thinly for value there and pretty much never bluffing is the correct play on those stakes. So yeah, I invested those $40 to show you, but that's fine. Obviously his ace-6 is just a full random bluff catcher. So 2 3-bet pots here, ace-8 of clubs. We block ace-10 suited. We can almost range bet that board. The jack is okay, I would say. Yeah, I keep going with this size, attack his lower pockets. And on the right side, we can actually range bet on a board that contains a deuce and a 3. That's something he should almost never have. And now the queen is obviously another good card. He has all the pocket steals. I improved to lots of ace-queen. He snap calls, so that's like meaning more pockets. And usually I should continue more with diamonds here, but I don't give a shit, to be honest. I put him on a pocket pair just by the timing he called, and they will fold. So going a little over the top here. 6-3 deuce against a small blind flat. He can have pocket 6s, but mainly he should have like 7s, 8s, 9s, not deuces and 3s, probably too often. So against a potential recreational player, I'm just attacking his range right now and slightly overbet that board even. Just like attacking 9s, 8s, 7s before there's anything else left. I'm happy to call that cold 4. I think there are like no bluffs involved. His bluffs should be some ace-5 suited, and then it's like a jacks plus or like queens plus even ace-king range. But the price is right, so let's try to hit a set. Against the c-bet, I think on those stakes, it's tough for people to find the right frequencies with ace-king to go all the way. So I'm mainly peeling 1 and then folding, just because I guess everyone starts with a range bet and then people check back ace-king too often instead of finding the right suits to barrel. If it's going check-check and the river is neither a king or an ace, I will go for like a 20% bet, something like that, and I will fold here just pretty much all the time. That's okay. Ace-queen suited, definitely playing that. There's not raised 3-bet and cold 4-bet before. Open raise, jack-10 suited. It's actually not 100% 3-bet, but I will go for it. So ace-queen here against the small blind who has lots of offsuit broadways. I like to go with a large c-bet. Let's go pot. I'll trap this one, okay. Traps this one, whatever that means. I think I bet again against pocket 8s, pocket 9s. I block pocket jacks. He might have like an ace-king offsuit type of hand. I'm not expecting check raises here really. So I can do the same with like nutted hands. And now going for the safe check back. I took the money I wanted, ace-king. Fits to his, I'll trap this one actually. Usually like people, like when they are talking in the chat, it's somewhat like the truth always. Maybe like in a deceptive way like he did. But it's like, so way less often reverse than we would think. Okay, queen 10 on that, king jack 4 board. Small c-bet is fine, big c-bet is fine. Actually, I prefer the big c-bet because we want to play bigger pots to give ourselves a chance to double up. Just attacking all his offsuit broadways, jack X and 8x right away. Obviously spades is a nice card now. I fold out his random diamond flush draws. I'll go with an overbet now. And yeah, that seems right. Not sure whether I fire spades. Damn it, what a run out. 9, 10, queen 10. I have like all the full shit, but I'm jamming like everything when I have it. So I don't have the ace of diamonds, I don't have the ace of spades, and I'm going splashy as fuck. So let's try. Definitely having some snap folds, right? So he has jack X of spades, that's probably never calling. We have 8x of diamonds. We might have potential nut flush draws that are snap folding. Cannot be bad, like bad, but tough to get it great. People like calling when everything busts. But we are on a mission to reach those $100 and move up the stakes. So right table now on track. Let's see. King Jack, definitely open raising that from under the gun, and the Ace Jack suited from the cutoff will be a play as well. We get a small blind flat on the left side again. Again, focusing on this medium part of pockets and then broadways. On that board, since the big blind is included as well, I'm definitely going for a small bet. Just we attack like 9, 7, 6s. His snap call is like not pocket 8s, not king queen, so we are certainly ahead, I would say. The 5 doesn't improve him, so he might have ace queen, he might have king 10 suited, he might have a queen X of clubs. So I'm happy to put in an overbet here to maximum charge him and check back pretty much any river. It's really like, this is something I feel that is different to the games I play normally. Just all the snap acting, just really telling something about their hand strength or just about how long they needed to think. And this is something that we should and can definitely take into consideration. So 9, 7, 7, 6. This is a board that we should stab a lot on. We can use big sizing, we can use a small sizing against people that are not raising too often. We could even use an overbet. Let's actually do that here. You can have pocket 6s, that kind of makes it bad because even hitting a 10, the gin card for me, doesn't mean I do want to go for stacks. Yeah, 5, 6 suited is usually not a 3-bet here because we're just dominated by his calling range too much. Like he's never folding pocket 7s, pocket 8s like he should from under the gun. Against under the gun, I like 3-betting that. A little deeper actually makes it better. So now, I mean, we have those 15 outs. We're going to put that in there. Probably not bluffing river with this one. If we bet this here now, we have 42.60 in the middle. So it seems about right to have a 75% pot bet left. I mean, he might have a boat, obviously. I hope he's not jamming with a 7 now. That would suck. Actually, I think my hand is not a large bet ever. Just like the jam is too horrible. So I don't like my play. And now I think I just have to go for the check fold. I mean, I could bluff any high cards. I want to block like some ace-7, 6-7 suited. He was speaking the truth again, right? Third barrel, and he said like, you win. I was speaking the truth as well. It's just like a little bullshitting around in the chat. I just try to keep playing normal. So yeah, would have been fun to river a 5 or a 6. So yeah, the pocket deuces, I'm just going to check fold, and this here is definitely 3-bet. Oh, this heart on the turn killed it. The heart killed it. Going to c-bet large on that board, give myself a chance to jam some turns. Sure, if he has a set already, he has a set. I'm not trying to get away from pocket kings here. I try to play the best possible against jacks, queens, 9s, 10x, 7, 8, 6, 7, 10, 9, and this is the big bet. Ace of hearts. After I did bet big, definitely we want to go with a, I mean, not definitely, but checking pretty much, I don't know whether range check, but like close to it. And yeah, it's just one of the worst cards in the deck. And here, king, queen, ace. Oh, now even the 8, 9 got there, 6, 7 got there, 7, 8 got there. Let's hope he doesn't bluff pocket jacks now and win at showdown sometimes while going directional in here with our pocket kings. Let's hope he has ace, queen, and the pocket kings on the right side. Oh, that was a freaking double pocket kings. And yeah, indeed, he had the pocket jacks. I think it's a very, very awesome jam here if he wants. I mean, just everything gets there. It's one of his weakest holdings after I did bet big on the flops. Would have been a great bluff. But yeah, this is what you can expect, like on somewhat lower stakes, that this is just pocket jacks trying to win a showdown. Queen 9, interesting to see like a 3/4 pot bet here. I mean, this is a board where you should mainly go 150%. I have a clear call with top here again. And now actually we could be a little fancy and work with tiny ridiculous donks here. Ace 8 suited, I'm going to call. This is just targeting his queen jack, queen 10, king queen that might play that way against hands that would barrel the river. I have not a bluff. Yeah, I mean, kind of bluff catcher. Pocket 6s. How can he not go big on the turn? But he wrote it even into the chat. Now pocket sixes would definitely bet against the check. And then I have kind of a bluff catcher with my river 2 pair while he checks back kings, aces, and queen jack. Yeah, this is something that no matter what happens is kind of the one certain hand strength that just wants to do that sometimes, even though it doesn't make sense for your range. While on the right side, half pot flop, slightly overbetting turn. Now 110%, something like that. Why such a small overbet? I'm never folding, obviously. I'm thinking about the jam. Is it more 4-5, ace-5, ace-4? He went big on the flop right away. Or is it ace-10, but why isn't he going bigger? I think I go for the thin jam here. This is never 6-7. Like 6-7 just goes all the way. I just don't know how those people play, right? Some people I coach always, they are scared to put the money in the middle in a way because what could call? And then they end up just betting the nuts like that, which would not be really good, but it kills my thin value jams, obviously. On NL5K, this is a fist pump value jam because I always have the best hand. And yeah, ace king, this fits to what I expected. And boom, we got there. Sit out next big blind and jump into NL100.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to support the channel and stay always up to date, then leave a subscribe here or check out our next video.